Hello friends, this is John in the United Kingdom, broadcasting to Elton John fans throughout the world. A very happy new year to you. Like many people who run YouTube channels, I thought I would outline my plans for 2023, focusing particularly on the continuing examination of Elton John's music and promoting it to you fans and trying to bring it to new people. So as you know, already on my channel, I've done track by track reviews of every studio album that Elton has recorded, with the exception of Regimental Sergeant Zippo, which I will be getting to during the year, and also the Tom Bell sessions, which is a little bit hard to get hold of, but I will be looking at that as well, and a number of you have asked me to do that. So what else is in store? Well, I recently posted a video of Elton John's Christmas songs and my sort of fantasy Christmas album. You can look at that if you're still in the Christmas mood. But also behind me you'll see the Jewel Box. Now I started on a project reviewing every track on every disc of the Jewel Box. I've done the first 3 so far, so number 4 is currently in preparation, and I will be looking through 5, 6, 7 and 8 in separate videos as we move through the year. Each one takes quite a lot of work, especially the early songs, just tracking down what they're about and what the circumstances were in which they were written, but I'm enjoying going through that. Now, similarly, I've been working my way through Elton John's excellent autobiography, Me, chapter by chapter, discussing some of the issues which Elton raises in the chapter, and also adding to a playlist that accompanies the book as you listen to it. So I've done a few of those. I'm partway through, and I will be continuing with that project as well this year. Now, I also did a video at the piano looking at Elton John's Little Black Book. This is a book of lyrics to quite a few of Elton's songs, and I was discussing how to play them on the piano. So I've done the first half of that, and again there will be a second part of that coming during the year. There will also be a quiz coming in which you have to name the Elton John tune, given only the first 7 notes of the verse, or how that track starts. And again, partway through the year, that will be available for you to have a little bit of fun with. I've also been looking at some of the compilations which have been issued on behalf of Elton, and I'll be looking at 2 of his love songs collections. These came out in 1982 and in 1995. I'm going to be reviewing these, looking at the differences and how sort of things developed between those 2 discs. I'm also going to be looking at some of the greatest hits collections that have come out. This one here, which I'm sure many of you have, I'm going to be looking at this, making some suggestions as to what else could go on there, and just looking at sort of the track listing and how they've been put together. And I'll also be taking a look at collections such as Elton John's Diamonds, which is another greatest hits collection really. Some interesting track choices always on these, so we'll be looking at those together, and I'll be inviting your comments. Now, I'm also going to be looking at some of Elton John's stage projects. So that will include a review of Billy Elliot and a review of Aida, for starters. There's certainly more to come, including some of his film work. But again, those have been particularly successful, so we'll be looking at what's going on there and what I think of some of the recordings of some of those songs. Now, I've already done a video, much discussed actually, on Elton John's top 30 love songs, according to me, just my favourites, and then I'll ask for your views on that. I'm going to be doing the same on Elton John's rock songs. So we're going to look at what qualifies as a rock song, and then I'm going to be counting down from 30 to 1 on my favourite Elton John rock songs, and inviting you in on the discussion as well. Now, when I was reviewing some of the 80s albums from Elton, a lot of you suggested various rarities, B-sides, all sorts of things that arose during that time. I've still got a good dozen of those to review. They don't appear on any CDs, but you can find them on YouTube Music and various other sources. So I'll be reviewing all those. Remember, my aim is to review every single track, every single song written by Elton. I've got about 450, 500 songs rated so far, but I want to continue building that. Now, the same goes for cover versions of Elton John songs. So my current video in production is going to be on Two Rooms, which is quite a controversial collection of cover versions of Elton songs. I'll be looking at that. You've also been sending in your suggestions for good cover versions of Elton songs. Some really excellent suggestions coming in there. So I'm going to do another video on those, going through them, giving my ratings, and I'm preparing a separate spreadsheet of cover versions of Elton songs, so I can get a bit of a chart going on that one as well. Now, interesting recent development is a purchase of a Sonos speaker. I've been listening to a lot of tracks on this and I'm very excited by this purchase. And I will be doing a video on what Elton sounds like on a good Sonos speaker and how this compares with, say, an Alexa speaker. And believe me, the results are very impressive. So look out for that one soon as well. And one that I've been thinking about for quite a long time is to do a little video on Leslie Duncan, who was a backing singer and songwriter and performer as well, but a lot of associations with Elton John over the years, and her songs keep popping up. There was a trailer of a film I was watching quite recently that came upon Netflix, I think, or Prime Video, and there was that love song again, the love song that appears on Tumbleweed Connection. It's still being used, that beautiful song, so I'd like to look into that as well. So lots of things going on there, and it's going to be an exciting year. We're still discovering new songs, and wouldn't it be great to hear about a studio album coming out from Elton? I know he's very busy at the moment, he's still touring, but it would be really exciting to have a new studio album from him. No whispers on that unless you know different. Anyway, those are my plans. If there's anything else that you'd like me to look at, I know somebody suggested a video on cover versions that Elton's done of other people's songs, quite a few there as well, so that would be an interesting one which I'll add to my list. Write your comments down below. I'll look at everything you say and certainly take on board any suggestions you've got. That's it for now. Keep watching for the year. If you're enjoying these videos, keep listening to Elton, and I'll be back with you soon. Don't forget, we're still standing.